When we last left off in our Raiders franchise, we seemingly had found our offensive strategy of give the ball to Ashton Jeanty and good things happen, as we picked up a 28-21 win over Cincinnati, and then we had our bye week to just kind of get an extra week to instill that scheme into our team. So now that we are really into the back half of the season, I can show you all of the division standings. Right now, we are third in the AFC West, but listed as the 7th seed, so if the playoffs started today, we would actually sneak in, and Baltimore being 9-1 in a wildcard team is completely insane. But our next opponent is the 4-5 Miami Dolphins, who are obviously right now fighting us for that 7th seed spot. Their quarterback is an 83 overall in Tua. At running back is Devon Achane at an 82. If I said his name wrong, I do apologize. I kind of want to see a little bit of Ollie Gordon today, but I don't really think we're going to be able to do that. At wide receivers, Tyreek Hill is a 95, Jalen Waddle's an 86, and DJ Chark is a 75. Tight end is Jonnu Smith at an 80. Left tackle is going to be a 72. Left guard's a 75. Center is a 75. Right guard is an 80, and right tackle is a 75. So their offensive line is not exactly what I would call good. Let's see if their defense is any better. Starting at defensive end, we have Zach Sealer at an 82. At right end is Von Miller, who has apparently signed with them in this universe, at an 83. Defensive tackle is rookie Kenneth Grant. Outside linebacker will be Jalen Phillips at an 83. Middle linebacker is Jordan Brooks at a 79. Right outside linebacker is Chop Robinson at a 77. And apparently backing him up is Bradley Chubb. That's a little bit weird. At corner is Jalen Ramsey, who is a 95. And past that, they do not have very good corners. Free safety is a 77. And strong safety will be an 84 in Jordan Poyer. Just to see where we line up in this matchup, we're an 82 overall. They are an 83. And right now, we have the worst passing offense in the league in terms of yards per game. 17th in rushing, though, so far, but our defense has really been carrying us. Only 17.2 points allowed per game. Geno Smith has been having a really odd season. So far, 1,900 yards and 8 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, but also has several rushing touchdowns on the year. And Miami will get the ball to start today. Christian Wilkins would actually get a sack in simulation. That brings up a 3rd and 17. We're bringing heavy pressure. He goes a screen to the outside, and they will punt this one away. A 3-and-out to start things. Now, let's see what our offense does, and hopefully it is run the ball with Ashton Jeanty. From the 33-yard line, Geno will drop back to the pass. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to take off and get some positive yards, brought down for a 6-yard scramble. I am not exaggerating whenever I say I really thought about benching Geno for Tommy Mellott, and then it seems like our offense kind of got it together, but on the next play, we get a yard from Ashton Jeanty. But yeah, I was really considering after the bye week benching Mellott and starting Geno if the offense didn't turn around. Well, Geno played a really good game in that last game against Cincinnati, and now he's going to throw this one incomplete, and we will punt it away on 4th and 3. However, our defense could step up here. It's a 3rd and 12 for Miami. From their own 16-yard line, Tua will drop back, and a quick throw to the outside will be incomplete, and they will once again have to punt. On the Raiders' next drive, we face a 3rd and 3 at the Miami 41-yard line. Geno will drop back to pass, and he throws, finds his man for the first down. That is Jack Bech to the 36-yard line. Now it is going to be an I formation for the Raiders. Geno lines up under center. He will take the snap, and we're going to fake this one to Jeanty. Geno going over the middle. He'll find Jack Bech again. This one for a gain of about 10 yards to bring up a 2nd and inches. Out of a shotgun set for the Raiders, another quick throw. This one caught by Jacoby Myers, and he has the first down to the 20-yard line. Coming out in yet another I formation. Will we finally get to see another run play to Ashton Jeanty? Yes, we will. Who goes to the outside, breaking tackles and getting brought down for a 4-yard carry. That now sets up a 2nd and 6 from about the 16-yard line. Geno out of shotgun will drop back to pass, rolling on the run, and that's going to be incomplete, trying to find Trey Tucker. That brings up a 3rd and 6. If we don't get this, we will probably see Daniel Carlson come out. Geno takes the snap and looks to pass. Under pressure, going over the middle, he finds Trey Tucker for the first down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for the Raiders now. A shotgun set. Hill looks to pass. He's going to roll to the outside. Jeanty picks up a nice block. Geno rolling to the edge and will finally throw this one away. I don't know why we're using another shotgun set, but why not? Geno will drop back to pass. He throws over the middle and finds his man. Touchdown to Trey Tucker as we will take a 7-0 lead. On Miami's next drive, we are now into the 2nd quarter. They face a 3rd and 10 from their own 39. He'll send Tyreek Hill in motion. That's going to be a play fake. Now he's throwing to the outside, caught by his running back, and he will get forced out of bounds to bring up a 4th and 4, and they will once again have to punt. And the Raiders have once again driven into Miami territory. It's a 3rd and 3 from the 48. Handoff to Jeanty up the middle, who will have the first down about the 41. So far, he has gotten 9 carries today. We'll see if we give him number 10 on this play, and we will. He cuts back to the outside and is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. Gino goes back under center. He will take the snap. It's another run to Ashton Jeanty, who goes up the middle and gets some positive yards this time to set up a 3rd and 4 from the 36-yard line. And yeah, that's going to bring up a shotgun set. I kind of figured that. Ashton Jeanty is still the running back, but Gino will look to pass. And he's going to throw this to the outside. That is caught by Jacoby Myers, who fights for the first down of the 29. But go ahead and move it 5 yards back. We would commit a false start on the next play. Hand off to Jeanty on a 1st and 15. We'll make it a 2nd and 14. Gino goes back under center. He takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and that is Raheem Mostert getting brought down. They rule it for a loss of 1. That will set up a shotgun formation, and that is going to be a flag on somebody. Do they get him for neutral zone?
Neutral zone infraction.
Yes, they do. All right, I was really afraid they were actually going to give us a false start on that one, but we will take those free 5 yards to get back to the 29-yard line, and now Genos will come out in shotgun again. Ashton Jeanty is still the running back, but once again, I would imagine we're looking to pass. He's under a quick pressure, finds Jeanty on the outside, who has to stiff arm one man but cannot get the first down. I thought that was going to be a highlight level play there for a second. And on 4th and 4, we will send out Daniel Carlson for about a 40-yard field goal try to make it 10-0 here in the late part of the second quarter. The snap, hold, kick is away, and it is good. Miami is looking to respond, though. They have driven all the way down to the Raiders' 23-yard line. There was under a minute to go here in the first half. Tua goes to the outside, finds Tyreek Hill, who is going to be brought down inside the 10 as they burn that first time out. Tua comes back in shotgun again. He will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to throw this one to the outside, caught by Achane, the running back, who goes up the sideline and is brought down by Justin Simmons. They burn their second timeout with about 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Tua back in a shotgun set again. From the 6-yard line, he'll send Tyreek Hill in motion. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a play fake. He's under a lot of pressure and getting sacked on the play by Christian Wilkins back to the 17. And they choose to not burn that final timeout immediately. They're going to try to run one more play. Down to the final 5 seconds, goes over the middle, finds his man, and they will burn the final timeout with about 3 seconds to go in the half from about the 8-yard line as well. So now it's going to be a 25-yard field goal try to finally get on the board here in the first half. Snap, hold, kick is away, and it is good. The Raiders would then get the ball to start the second half, but face a possible 3 and out. It's a 3rd and 8 from the 32. Gino will drop back to pass. He's going to let this one go downfield. That's tipped in the air. I don't even think that was actually deflected. I think that bounced off of his helmet. Following the ensuing punt, the Dolphins have put together a pretty solid drive for themselves here, all the way down to the Raiders' 18-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. That's going to be a play fake. He gets murdered, fumbles the ball, but Tua grabs it back. Max Crosby came through what looked like untouched. I don't think I'm any sort of expert at football, but I think not blocking Max Crosby is not a great idea. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, he will throw this one away, and that'll lead to a 3rd and 19. Now the 27-yard line. Can we hold them to another field goal try? Tua is back in shotgun. Achane is in the backfield. He will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to be under pressure again, or at least he would have been another couple seconds later, but it still falls incomplete. Max Crosby beat that offensive tackle and was headed to kill him again. But now on 4th down, the kick is away, and this one will be good. On the Raiders' next drive, we have managed to drive all the way down to the 28-yard line as we start the fourth quarter, and Ashton Jeanty is getting blown up in the backfield. So that should bring out Daniel Carlson to try to make this a 7-point game yet again. This will be about a 46-yard try for our kicker. The snap, hold, kick is away, and it is good. Miami is facing a 3rd and 3 on their next drive from their own 30-yard line. They will send a man in motion. I believe that's Tyreek Hill. Never mind, it was Jalen Waddle. I apologize. But the handoff is going nowhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. We'll jump into the Raiders' drive where it's a 3rd and 12 from their own 20. Trying to keep this drive alive to chew away more clock. Gino under pressure, rolling to the outside. And he is going to get sacked on the play, and we will punt it away to Miami. I almost said punt it away to Vegas. We are Vegas. Unfortunately for Miami, though, they would rough the kickers, so it's an automatic first down for us. And are we going to take advantage of that? Clearly not very much. It's a 3rd and 8 just a couple plays later from the 36-yard line. Once again, trying to keep our drive alive. Gino going deep downfield. That one gets deflected away from Jack Bech. 4th down coming up. We will watch the punt this time, but I doubt we can get bailed out twice in one drive. The punt will be sent deep. No flags down. And they're going to field this at about the 12-yard line. He brings it up across the 20, breaks that tackle, and will be met and brought down the 24. Let's see if our defense can come up for us one more time. Out of a 5-wide set, Tua will drop back to pass. Going downfield, he'll find Jonnu Smith, and that will be a first down for the Dolphins to about the 35. Just a little over 6 minutes to play in the game. Tua lines up under center, takes a snap. It's a handoff to Tyreek Hill, who meets Max Crosby in the backfield. They'll rule that a loss of 1. Now it will be a 2nd and 11 for the Dolphins. Tua will drop back as the only one in the backfield. Going downfield, he'll find Tyreek Hill, who was immediately met and brought down to bring up a 3rd and 5. It'll be another shotgun set for the Dolphins here to try to keep their drive moving. About 5 minutes to play in the game. Tua will drop back, and he's going to be under pressure and will throw this one away. Now, do they punt it away here, or do they line up and go for it? They are going to just trust their defense on this one and punt this back to Vegas. I don't know why you wouldn't, because our offense has not really been rolling all game. And we'll call the fair catch, but it'll bounce into the end zone anyway. With 4:50 remaining in the game, Geno back in shotgun. Will draw back to pass. A quick throw will be caught, and that is going to be, I believe, Brock Bowers getting the first down to the 33-yard line. Now this will lead to a 5-wide set. Geno will take the snap. A quick throw to the outside, and that should have been intercepted. He should have been walking into the end zone. And I believe it was Von Miller who dropped that one. This should really be a tie game, but we get to live to see another down on this drive. 2nd and 10 from under center. We'll give it to Ashton, Jeanty, who goes up the middle and will fight his way forward for a gain of about 6 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 4 for Vegas now. As Geno's back in shotgun, will drop back to pass. A quick throw caught by Bowers, who has the first down and will fight his way to about the 45-yard line. We get to keep chewing away at the clock. But you do need to keep in mind that the Dolphins do have all 3 timeouts still. About 3 minutes to go in the game, we'll send Brock Bowers in motion. Now he's going to line up at fullback as we will give this one to Ashton. Jeanty tries to cut back to the other side, doesn't follow his blocks at all, and gets met for no gain. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Geno back in shotgun. We're near the 2-minute warning here. He will take the snap and look to pass. He fires over the middle, and that, I believe, bounced off the back of one of our own linemen that time. And it brings up a 3rd and 10 with 2:14 remaining in regulation. Geno back in shotgun. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. He will drop back and look to pass. He steps up in the pocket. Now Geno's going to take off. And Geno Smith with the first down, sliding to safety at the 39. That would officially take us down to the 2-minute warning here today. So now we're going to send our man in motion. Geno from under center. Miami can start burning those 3 timeouts. Hand off to Ashton Jeanty up the middle, and he'll get brought down for a 3-yard carry. 1:57 remaining in the game as they have now burned that first timeout. On 2nd and 7, it's a draw play up the middle. Jeanty trying to follow his blocks, get brought down for no gain. So now it's a 3rd and 7, and they have 1 timeout remaining with 1:54 to play. Please do not try to run the ball. Please do not try to throw the ball. Just run the ball and force them to burn that final timeout. Never mind. We're going to look for a pass play. Geno standing in the pocket. All day to throw. He's going to take off. He meets Von Miller, and they will burn that final timeout with 1:48 remaining. But Daniel Carlson could really hurt their chances here. About a 53-yard field goal try will be no good. It remains a 7-point game. They get to take over at the 43-yard line. Tua with a quick throw to the outside. Caught by Tyreek Hill, who was met and brought down for just a gain of 5. That will burn some time off the clock, though. Remember, they have no timeouts remaining. Down to 1.5 minutes. Tua will drop back and look to pass again. He throws to the outside. Got a man open, and this time they will get out of bounds to stop the clock at 1:24. Now the Raiders' 45-yard line. Tua back in shotgun. He will drop back on 1st and 10. And he's going to fire this over the middle. That's caught by Jonnu Smith, and he will get brought down. They are within field goal range, but that doesn't help them. But we have an injury and are forced to burn a timeout. That was Tonka Hemingway, the rookie that was drafted in the 4th round. And now they get to keep going here with 1:18. So the clock was obviously stopped. It's going to be a play fake. Tua looking to go deep downfield, and that one will get intercepted by Justin Simmons. And he just needs to go down. As he goes down the sideline, he is finally brought down. But we're going to get out of here with a victory thanks to the veteran safety that we signed at the start of the season. Was it a very pretty game for us? Absolutely not. But we do come in here and get the win. We improved to 5-4-1, and we are back above 500. Geno Smith finishes 19 for 28, 173 yards and a touchdown. Ashton Jeanty got the ball 19 times, but only ran for 43 yards. And then receiving, our best one today was probably Trey Tucker, 4 for 56 and a score. It's never really a great sign for your defense when a corner is leading your team in tackles. That's just not what you want. But Rasul Douglas does come away with 8 today. Christian Wilkins got 1.5 sacks. Max Crosby got 1. And Rasul Douglas got half of 1. Interceptions, Justin Simmons came away with the game-winning 1. And honestly, I don't even think Tua played that bad today. I think our defense is just weirdly that good. Tua went 21 of 31 for 195, 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. They really did not run the ball at all today. Apparently, Ollie Gordon did step into the game, but only got 2 carries for 9 yards. And then receiving, Tyreek Hill, 7 for 58. Moving on to our next matchup, and it is a massive one. The 6-5 Denver Broncos. We are currently above them in the division standings because we do have 1 less loss, but they did defeat us earlier in the season, 20-24. So obviously we're looking for some revenge here, and we get to take on one of the best passing offenses in the league. Bo Nix apparently having a very solid year in Denver. He is now an 81 overall. At running back, they have a 92 overall in Nick Chubb. That is a little bit concerning. Wide receiver is an 85 in Cortland Sutton, a 78 in Marvin Mims, and a 84 in Keenan Allen. Over at tight ends, an 86 overall in Evan Ingram. Then left tackle is going to be an 89, left guard is a 75, center is a 76, right guard is a 91, and right tackle will be an 81. On the defensive side of the ball, they have Zach Allen, who is an 84 overall at left end. At right end is a 79, John Franklin Myers. Defensive tackle is going to be DJ Jones at a 79. Outside linebacker is former Oklahoma Sooner Nick Benito, an 85 overall. Middle linebacker is Alex Singleton, who's a 79. Right outside linebacker is Dre Greenlaw, who's an 87. At corner, they have a 98 overall in PS2, 81 overall in Jade Barron, and then a 78 in Riley Moss. Free safety is an 84 overall in Brandon Jones, and strong safety is an 86 overall in, I don't want to try to butcher your name, so yeah. We are at least back in our own stadium for this game. Geno Smith now 2,100 yards, 9 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Still want to see Ashton Jeanty be a bit more productive today, though. Let's find out if we can get the Broncos off the field here on their first drive. Bo Nix will drop back to pass, rolling to the outside, and he's going to throw in the run. That one will fall incomplete. They will punt it away. Following the punt, we take over at our own 5-yard line, but now face a 3rd and 2 from the 13. Handoff to Ashton Jeanty, and we will not have the first down. They rule it 4th and inches. Just a handful of plays following our punt. They face another 3rd down. It's a 3rd and 10, and he is missing his man over the middle, and it'll be another punt today. Will we avoid the 3 and out this time? It's a 3rd and 5 from our own 25, following a touchback on their punt. We'll send Brock Bowers in motion. Now we're going to send him right back. Geno will drop back to pass. Dropping farther back, never mind, getting sacked on the play, and we will punt it away. On the following drive for the Broncos, they have gotten down to our 26-yard line, where it's a 3rd and 6. Bo Nix will drop back to pass. It's a screen to the outside, caught by Chubb, but he will not have the first down. We hold him to a 4th and 3. They would make that field goal to go up 3-0. Now we face a 3rd and 19, and Geno's getting sacked again, this time by Zach Allen. The Broncos are facing a possible 3 and out here on their drive. It's a 3rd and 9 from their own 23. And he will drop back to pass, dropping farther back, under a lot of pressure, and he will escape that and take off, but he will not have the first down. It's a 4th and 3 coming up. All that would lead to, though, is another possible 3 and out for the Raiders. It's a 3rd and 1 from our own 35. Handoff to Ashton Jeanty, who will have the first down across the 40-yard line. You know what? Let's just go ahead and stay in on this drive and see if we can finish it out. 1st and 10. It'll be a toss play out to Jeanty, who is met immediately for a loss of 6. Not the play I wanted to see. That sets up a 2nd and 16 now, back at our own 35-yard line. Geno will have to drop back to pass. He's going to find Jack Bech, who is going to get met and brought down for just a 4-yard play. That will set up a 3rd and 12 now for Vegas. Geno is the only one in the backfield. He will drop back, and he's going to try to roll to the outside. Throws on the run, and that'll be incomplete, trying to find Trey Tucker. About 3 minutes to go until halftime. They are driven down to the 41-yard line. It's a 3rd and 5. And he is going to overthrow his man, and that will lead to them just kicking a very, very long field goal try of about 57 or 58 yards. The kick is away, and it is no good. All right, Geno, you get to take over at the 48-yard line. It's still just a 3-0 game. Very winnable right now. And Geno will drop back to pass, go to the outside. He finds Ashton Jeanty, who will break one tackle, run over another man, and have the first down to the 41-yard line of Denver. It is amazing what happens when you give the ball to your best player in just open field. Now on 1st and 10. He'll drop back, roll to the outside. He throws on the run. That'll be caught, and that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, I believe, by Bech. That will take us down to the 2-minute warning here. It's a 2nd and 4 now. He'll drop back to pass and go over the middle and nearly get intercepted by Alex Singleton. That'll bring up a 3rd down. That is the 2nd time in this episode Geno probably should have been picked off, but wasn't. Now he'll drop back to pass. Going over the middle, he'll find his man. That'll be Trey Tucker for the 1st down to about the 27-yard line. Now just about a minute and a half to go here in the 1st half. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts as Geno rolls to the outside and will throw this one away. Jeanty is still in the backfield, but Geno will look to pass here. And he's going to fire this one deep downfield and overthrow his man. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. To keep this drive alive, Geno back in shotgun. He is the only one back there. He will look to pass. Fire this one downfield, caught by Trey Tucker, who's got the 1st down to about the 16-yard line. Surprisingly, we still have not burned a timeout, though. We are down to about 40 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Geno will drop back with a quick throw to the outside, caught by Jeanty, and thankfully he dropped that. Otherwise, we would have had to waste a timeout and lost yards. 35 seconds to go here in the 1st half. From about the 16-yard line, Geno will drop back. It's going to be a screen to Jeanty on the outside, and the blocking just doesn't happen. There were 3 guys there, and none of you could block him. It brings up a 3rd and 12 as we have had to burn our 1st timeout. About 30 seconds to go in the half. Geno dropping back, rolling to the outside, trying to escape the pressure. Andy Will goes up the sideline, has the 1st down, tries to cut back in, and will get met and brought down to the 3-yard line. He tried to cut in and get into the end zone. Dude, just slide. You are, like, really old. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Geno going to the end zone. He will find his man. That's a touchdown to Jacoby Myers. We will take the lead right before halftime. We would also get the ball to start the 2nd half. It's now a 3rd and 2 as we give it to Ashton Jeanty for the 1st down to keep this drive moving to the 45-yard line. Well, that will lead to a shotgun set for Geno Smith. A bunch set at the top of your screen. He will look to pass, going to the outside, overthrows his man, and that looked like Jeanty was running wide open downfield. Now, obviously, when he went to throw it, we do not know what the coverage looked like, but it definitely looked like he passed up a wide open Ashton Jeanty. 2nd and 10 now, dropping back to pass. Rolling to the outside, and Geno's just going to take off here. He's got the 1st down and will slide to safety at the 32-yard line. Another shotgun set. Ashton Jeanty is in the backfield, but Geno will once again be looking to pass. Dropping farther back, and he's going to throw this to the outside, tipped in the air and falls incomplete. Very, very easily could have been intercepted by Pat Surtain. Now in a 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. Geno back in shotgun, will draw back to pass again. He's going to fire this one deep downfield, and that one gets deflected away at the last possible second. Was trying to find Trey Tucker. Now it's a 3rd and 10. Geno back in shotgun. Jeanty is still in the backfield. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff to Ashton Jeanty, who runs into his own man and will get met and brought down for just a 3-yard carry. That brings up a 4th and 7, and we have an injury along the offensive line, which is never a good sign. But we will send out Daniel Carlson for about a 45-yard field goal, try to make this a 7-point game. The snap, hold, kick is away, and it is good. Denver is facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 47. And he'll drop back to a pass. A quick throw will be caught, but does he have the 1st down? No, he does not. It's 4th and inches. The Broncos would punt it away following that. Now it's a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line here in the 4th quarter for Vegas. Up the middle is Ashton Jeanty to get us down to the 4-yard line to bring up a 2nd and goal. Back in a shotgun set this time. Jeanty is still in the backfield, but Geno will be looking to pass. And he's going to roll to the outside, trying to escape the pressure. And Geno may just take off himself, and he will. Touchdown Raiders, and we go up 17-3. Trying to make this a 1-score game. The Broncos face a 3rd and 5. And he's going over the middle, and that is just straight up dropped, I believe, by Marvin Mims. They are not going to go for it, though. They elect to kick a 54-yard field goal to try and make this an 11-point game. The kick is away, and it's good. On the Raiders' next drive, it's a 3rd and 6 from about the 47. Ashton Jeanty is in the backfield, but Geno will be looking to pass again. He's going to find Brock Bowers, who will have the 1st down to keep this drive moving. In Broncos territory, now we'll take the snap, hand off to Ashton Jeanty up the middle, and Jeanty has the 1st down, getting brought down to the Broncos 35. That one will lead to an I formation now for Vegas. Jeanty still in the backfield. Geno under center will run a toss play out to him, and he's going to get met and brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. We are now officially at about 4.5 minutes to play, and Denver really, really needs to get the ball back somehow. It'll be a toss play out to Jeanty on the outside, who will get met and brought down, another loss of 1. Now about 4 minutes to go. It's a 3rd and 12 from the 37-yard line. Geno will drop back, at least make this an easier field goal if nothing else. Geno going deep downfield and overthrowing everybody. That was way over his head. And on 4th and 12, we will attempt a 54-yard field goal from kicker Daniel Carlson. Snap, hold, kick is away, and this kick will be good. On the ensuing drive for the Broncos, they face a 4th and 14 from their own 16-yard line. He's going to go deep downfield, and he gets intercepted on the play, and that's going to be Jeremy Chinn getting brought down to the 31-yard line. We will jump in a couple plays later to a 3rd and 11. Geno from under center will run it with Ashton, who was met and brought down in the backfield. That brings up a 4th and 13 as Denver has now burned their first time out. But we will send out Daniel Carlson to try to make this a 17-point game. This will make it a 3-score game and ultimately pretty much put the nail in this one, and it's good. So we are up by 17. That should wrap this one up. We pick up a couple of massive wins in today's episode. We get a win over Miami, who was right behind us in the playoff hunt, and then we take down Denver and give ourselves an even bigger lead over them in the division. As long as our defense keeps playing like this and our offense can keep putting up just, enough points, we should be a playoff-bound team. But I don't want to speak too soon because we could very well still have a meltdown. Because it is not like our offense is just rolling on all cylinders right now. Geno Smith, 15 of 24 for 107 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball, Ashton Jeanty got 24 carries today, but only 65 yards. Geno Smith did run in for a touchdown. And then receiving, Jacoby Myers 5 for 31 in a score. We ended up only getting 1 sack today. That was from Max Crosby, and 1 interception. That was from Jeremy Chinn, which pretty much put the game away. And we had a 3-way tie for tackle leader. And over on the other side, we really stopped their passing attack. They were 3rd in the league coming into today. And Bo Nix goes 12 of 25 for 104 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Nick Chubb gets 12 carries for 35 yards. And then receiving, none of them really could do anything. Cortland Sutton was their best one, 3 for 10. But as we now move on in the season, we get to head to week 13, where we will get to travel to Arrowhead to take on Patrick Mahomes and the 9-2 Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously a massive, massive game. They are sitting at 3 in the AFC right now, with the 3 seed. And I didn't mention it before the last game, but Pittsburgh actually finally lost the game and now has seemingly dropped 2 in a row as they are down to 9-2, and Baltimore is sitting as the 1 seed. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will pick it up here in week 13 in the next one.